Okay, that's being clarified.
Oh.
Welcome to another episode of Enjoy the Buzz.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sad news, we got a pretty insane death.
Yeah.
Or soon to be. Internet Explorer is it's gonna shut down next year.
It is gonna shut
June
down. So today we're gonna be doing an episode dedicated to the internet and the early internet itself. But before we get into that stuff, because of the internet, some situations, some people may be doing things with their lives that, they're not realizing how permanent some stuff may be.
Yeah, they're doing it for the internet memes, and maybe they'll regret it later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know.
So, I guess the best way to explain exactly how we're leading this in is just go ahead and just show the next sketch.
Oh shit, bitch. Yeah, gotcha us.
Bro, you won't fucking believe what I did. I did some fucking next level shit. You won't. Hey, bro, look at this shit. Sheesh.
Bro, why the fuck would you get that, bro? Like, that's a TikTok meme, bro. Like, in a month from now, no one's gonna care for it. Actually, right now, I don't think anybody cares for it anymore, bro. Like, that shit got played out forever ago.
Damn, bro, this shit's fucking cool. I got ice in my veins, bro. Look, that even show on my skin. Man, fuck you, man. People gonna need to know I got ice in my veins. See, you always talking shit about all these motherfucking tattoos, man. You don't understand. I'm on that fucking next level brainwave shit, man. You don't understand my genius. I'm on that Neptune mentality shit, bro. You don't know nothing about that.
Alright, king of the sea. And what does that even mean?
Oh, this tattoo? This means fucking dangerous, my middle name, bro, because I don't fear fucking nothing, man. I don't fear no fucking the cops. I don't fear my baby mama. I don't even fear fucking commitment, man. I got that shit on lock.
Bro, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. And like, also, what's with that Michael Jordan tattoo?
Hey, man, it's because fucking real respect, real, man. You gotta give it out to the GOAT, dude. That's just the homie, man. He fucking got all the points and shit, man. He's the greatest of all time.
How does that even make sense, bro? Like, you were born in 95. Like, you wasn't even playing when you were young, bro. Like, and that makes no sense. And what about that skull in your hand? It's like a little comic book cartoonish skull, bro.
Oh, bro, you talking about the skull that's on my hand right here? It's because, in real life, you don't have like hold on fucking death and shit and whatnot. So this is a constant reminder of my mortality and stuff, bro. So it's like I gotta remind myself to live life to the fullest because I know when's gonna be my last day, bro. It just reminds me of that shit all the time.
Alright, okay, I fuck with that. Alright, okay, I'm down with that one. For sure, okay.
And also, it's the One Piece one there too. Look, you even got the hat and everything, man.
Get the fuck out of here. I had a long day. I'm sorry you came all this way, but just get the fuck out. I can't have you here
fuck
right
you,
now.
man.
It's a long, I'm sorry.
Hello again! I know we had a blast fucking making that sketch and whatnot. There's a lot of kind of, situations.
Yeah, who knew Conquer Live and Reloaded was on the PlayStation 4 too?
Heck
like,
yeah,
that shit's insane.
Some next level things. Where people are trying to do crossplay and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, for real, I know. The haters will say it's fake though. Forget them. We don't need them.
They don't understand. They don't understand Conquer's Predator. But like we said in the intro to the episode itself.
Again, Conquer's old school, so it kind of relates.
Yeah,
to what
it kind of relates.
To talk about.
It's sad to hear that Internet Explorer is officially ending in June, coming up into next month.
In all honesty, who's really using it,
Yeah, but still, it is the death of an icon on the internet. So, we can't pour one out for the homies. But
Literally an icon. It's literally an icon on your desktop. Yeah.
So, we're not going to pour one for the homies because we got carpet, but we will pour one out for ourselves.
True that. Okay, while we're doing that, I'm curious, what's gonna happen to, public libraries? Like, what browser they're gonna use from now on? That's gonna be a pretty insane epidemic.
Microsoft still has Microsoft Edge, they still have the other, browser.
Who's using Edge?
Yeah, no one's using it. Everyone's using Chrome, everyone's using Safari or Firefox.
Safari all day, baby.
Shit, fucking people are using DuckDuckGo more than they're using Internet Explorer.
And you know what? DuckDuckGo is a pretty old school browser itself. It's crazy how it's it's pretty common and famous now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, sick ass port.
Well, because a lot of people are now more concerned about the whole privacy situation and information being tracked. So DuckDuckGo is getting notoriety now for a good reason. It's it's a product that people need and people understand and get down. But yeah, cheers.
but Internet Explorer is officially dead, which is crazy to think because Internet Explorer has been around for almost as long as the internet has, and it's crazy to think that that's like now, like you said, it's an icon both in emblem and also just like in general.
It started in 1995. It has your age, which is fucking
Wow,
crazy. Yeah.
to think that I am as old as an explorer, but I outlived it. Damn it!
That's
I
right,
outlived it. Me and an explorer were born in the same year, but I survived, and it goes down. Let that be a lesson to other internet browsers.
Let that be a lesson that here, the two of us here enjoy the buzz, supersede that of even internet giants, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's how fucking big time we are,
We're on
right?
some
So
next
stick
level stuff.
around.
We're on
We
some
next
next level
level.
stuff.
We hype. Yeah, okay, but let's go back into the internet, let's go back to our little bookmarks, our history, let's, black out the things we don't want to talk about or share, but, okay, from the very beginning, for me, like, the first big exploration, dive to the internet for me was, like, in elementary school, we ended up getting a whole bunch of fucking, like, IMAX, the crystal color ones, and that's how we started to learn the computer, and we just discovered a bunch of weird ass websites. I think it was like steak and eggs or steakandcheese.com, right?
I think it was Steak and Eggs.
Yeah, and that site, it was like the OG memes, and this was back when the internet was not filtered, so the memes were like brutal. Like there were memes on gore, and like you'll still laugh because like it was the time, It was just a different era.
It was the Wild West. I mean, think about like Lemon Party
Oh
and
my God,
fucking
Lemon Party.
Meatspin.com. We do not advise going on them, by the way.
We do not advise you going onto Google after you're done watching our live stream and go to Google Images. We advise you not to Google Blue Waffle. We advise you not to do it.
Our lawyers have told us we have been advised not to recommend that. This is not a recommendation. This is the opposite of recommendation. Avoid those. Do not search up a Blue Waffle. Don't go like.
Do not search one man versus one jar. Okay. Do not do it.
Oh.
Do not do it.
There are certain sounds that will never escape my brain. One of them being the sound of a glass jar cracking. That for sure.
Dude, I was watching this video on like TikTok, and I was like, let's confuse the hell out of Gen Z, and like it was just like a vertical image of like a man's like leg, like walking toward one jar on the floor against glass, and I was dying.
It's crazy. Okay, so like we're talking about like our very early internet experiences, but for you it was like getting the IMAX and like seeing all these different. For me it was like, okay, I was much younger. There's a 5-year difference between the two of us.
Right.
For me, it's like all that crazy shit. I was very aware of it. I was very apparent of it, and a lot of it I did see, like you mentioned. The internet was the wild west.
It really was, bro.
Unfiltered, uncensored, fucking. You can if you go on a CartoonNetwork.com and forget one O, you're watching porn. Like this is
100%.
It's like this was the internet. This
Everything
is how it
was Rule 34. It was insane. Yeah, totally.
And so for me, I guess like
you're able to use Bitcoin to buy like meth if you wanted to, and it'll be
yeah,
in your door
like
in
the
2
Silk
days.
Road wasn't filled with FBI agents trying to capture people.
Yeah, dude, totally. What a time.
Like for me, I think like the big thing was like, whoa, this is the internet. This is the big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually kind of funny. It was the Lego website, because the Lego website told me information about new Lego sets coming out, and it also had a video game section. And
That's
I
cool.
remember spending a bunch of time on the fucking Lego like F1 game. It was like you just tricked out your car, and every race you get more coins to upgrade it. And Bionicle Adventures on the PC. For me, that was like, this is some next level shit. This is
For me,
groundbreaking.
I had a lot of cool like video game websites like that. The ones I loved the most were the Coca-Cola one. I think it was called like Coke Remix, and you're able to like. It was a bunch of little 8-bit characters, and you're able to create your own avatar, give them whatever clothes you want, customize it. And you just go around socializing with the other people, like in these little Coca-Cola clubs and stuff like that. It was like a really cool version of Club Penguin.
It was. It was a teenage version of Club Penguin.
Exactly. And like there was like, pool parties and beach parties, and you had your own apartment, and if you like save enough and play enough mini games, you earn money. So like I had like a penthouse with all this cool like interior design, and I would just spend hours just like customizing my private room, making that shit look sharp as fuck. Like that game was dope. Noggin also had this really cool game. It was like before Among Us. It was all text based, and there were like 2 killers of between like 8 camp counselors, and you had to like you'll have breaks where you socialize with each other, and the killers will be able to socialize with each other, but also with the campers, and like you got to figure out who the killers are. And I'm like, dude, these games were dope back in the day.
Yeah, we're kind of like creeping into top flight, honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
so,
it really
with
is
that,
top
with
flight.
that.
Top flight.
So all right, we're back. So you gave in 2 answers for your top flight,
Right.
kind of unofficially, but now we're making it official.
Yeah.
And number 1 was it was
Steak and cheese,
steak and cheese, steak and eggs. And then the Noggin game for me was the Lego one. That was for me the number 1.
Yeah.
I think the second one, it was for a lot of people, especially who are kind of really into what I hear from like the old guard of like the Let's Play channels,
Yeah.
the fucking the video game focus. Like this is the gameplay aspect. What I've heard from a lot of my friends, and I believe this kind of to be a trend.
Mm-hmm.
I think the people who really jumped on the bandwagon first were so like accepting to the idea because of my number 2, which would be Newgrounds.
Newgrounds was amazing, bro.
Was such an amazing fucking platform because it was animation, it was flash games, it was message boards, it was porn if you wanted to be.
It was all over the place, bro. You have no idea how many times I undressed and redressed Android 18. Oh my god. You have no idea. Newgrounds was the shit. I fuck with that one for sure.
So it's like it was such an integral part, and what I'm noticing too, like from a lot of, especially the big players that I really enjoyed, like Eagle Raptor being the biggest name of them all, from transitioning from the Newgrounds world to the YouTube scene, now creating fucking the monolith that is Game Grumps and stuff like that. It's just so cool to see how like this one little fucking website and this one little alien with a fucking laser gun really just revolutionized the fucking platform for everyone. Like Alien Hominid, that blew people away.
I don't think I remember that one specifically, but I was on Newgrounds a lot. I was playing a lot of their games. Like my favorite one was like the Stick Fighter one, where you're doing like Matrix moves and just like bullet time, jumping off walls. That was cool.
The stick fighting games are always so much fucking fun, man.
Hell yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I put it in the thumbnail. I fucking hella fucked with the Neopets website, bro. That was the fucking shit, bro. I was all about fucking Neopets.
Neopets was the jam.
It was the jam. I didn't tell nobody at school about it. It was like I kept it on the low when I get on the home, but like, yeah, bro. Those little deals, it was like I would just like it would just consume my mind. It was just like fun little work. I get to customize my cute little chibi dinosaurs and shit like that. I fucked with Neopets heavy back in the day.
Okay, who was your Neopets cast? Like which one you were running? Were you running like more of the dragon person, more like the horses?
I was more with like the lizard ones, the dragons and the dinosaurs. Those were kind of the ones I was fucking around with the most.
Same here, yeah. Neopets was fucking dope. It was a
Yeah,
lot of
hell
fun.
yeah.
Especially, I think it was there is some mini games that for like they were not designed properly and like they were so easily abused, and I think that's where I kind of learned how to take advantage of systems. Because there were times where like I need to farm Neopet coins, man. Like I want to get my dragon this really cool fucking sword because I need to clear a dungeon.
Yeah.
And so I would cheese a whole bunch of the mini games that I knew how to, and I would fuck with them either like spinning the mouse really fast so it fucks up with the registry. And I could get like so many different collectible items like super quickly.
I didn't even know any of that shit.
Yeah. Well, because like you didn't talk about with your friends, but I sure as shit did. And we used to share secrets of like this is how you break the game. This is how you get a whole bunch of Neopet points.
That's comedy
and stuff like that. Like no, that whole economy system Neopets was definitely a fucking jam.
Hell yeah. When I was getting the thumbnail image, I just noticed right now that like the website, the servers are still up. Yeah. So that's and it looks just like it did in the 90s too.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I didn't know about this until I saw a video about it, like reflecting on Neopets like a year ago. Dude, the artwork for the original Neopets were god awful. I know, like the Neopets that we see now, they're still pretty cheesy, they're still pretty corny.
Yeah.
You see, they're of their time. But what became before that, like Generation 1 artwork, good lord, man. I am surprised that website blew up the way it did.
It was the time you were able to get away with a lot more stuff. I remember I would make like my own websites too, and they looked cheesy as shit. Like I had my own Diablo fan page and shit like that.
That's fucking funny. Okay, so my next one, again going into more of the video game route because that's what I spent most of my time on back in the day and still to this current day. I would have to give it to Armor Games.
Oh,
because
I thought you were gonna say another one.
For one particular game specifically, just how prevalent it was and how, if you were born like within the millennial era, like you probably played this at some point at school without the teacher noticing during computer lab, however it may be. Fucking Pocket Tanks.
Pocket Tanks were amazing.
Pocket Tanks, that game and like the original variations of it and the other variations that came after the fact. Just that game was so simple. But everyone was fucking playing it. Everyone was going mad for it and whatnot. And it was just so cool to see that, like, alright, just secretly how it was spread across. Like, someone would start a server, and then just someone would start passing notes. And eventually you got a full fucking lobby, you got a tournament bracket system built and designed and stuff.
I was doing that a lot with, what's the game? It's not Doom, but from the same people.
Quake.
Quake, yeah. We were doing that with Quake like crazy. Like crazy. That, almost like Age of Empires and like Halo 2. Like, we'll get those LAN games going crazy in the computer labs, bro. Tab out really quick when the teacher's pulling up, tab back in. Gotcha, bitch. Yo, hell yeah.
Those type of games are so much fun. They were just easy to fucking port, get in there, just everyone joins in, and if you, like you said, if you had to tab out, it's like, okay, cool, everyone's on standstill. As soon as you tab in, alright, we're back to business.
It's fucking rage. I don't give a shit about my words per minute. I'll get a D. I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
I gotta be the top Pocket Tanks player in the classroom. I gotta earn my street cred.
Yep. Another one for me, which was crazy, was RottenTomatoes.com. Back in the day, it was not like a movie rating website. It was like the Anarchist cookbook, bro. It'll teach you how to like do shit, like sketchy shit for free. Like, I won't get into specifics, but one of the more simpler ones was like there was a cheat code in vending machines, and you're able to change the prices to get like fucking sodas for like free or 10 cents or shit like that, So like that was really cool. And I remember the message boards when like movie reviews started to happen. I'm just like, this is interesting, and it started to blow up. A couple years later, it was just strictly movie reviews. And I try to Google, like, does anybody remember old school Rotten Tomatoes? And I feel like I'm on crack because, like, I don't see any information about what it used to be. I think they scrubbed it or some shit because that shit was like, that website was sketchy as hell. Rotten Tomatoes was sketchy as hell.
It used to be super sketchy. I think it was one of those things like kind of the Mandela effect too, where like everyone kind of collectively forgot, but it's still very true to its history that was the case.
Well, the other people who were really using it were like people like the early like super internet invested people. Now that's common, but it wasn't that big back then, So like not many people I knew then really I talked about it with. So. But yeah,
I'm curious if there are archives of like the original Rotten Tomatoes. I'm really curious to see if that happened. Like if you use the Wayback Machine, if you can end up like popping into those old fucking Anarchist cookbook type
and
stuff.
that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really sick. Cool. That'd be really kind of devastating for Rotten Tomatoes, but it just seems like, hey, remember where your roots came to be, kind of stuff. Speaking of things, kind of going against the grain in a more legal fashion, would have to be cheatcodecentral.com. CCC. CCC, dude. That game, for those of you that do not know, this is dating us. There used to be a website that was literally just dictated to just provide you cheat codes.
And like DLCs weren't a thing before, so you like all the cheat codes were already built into the game, and it was like always in most video games too. And CCC gave you the left right for every fucking thing you needed, dude. It was the dopest.
It was so fucking cool. And it gave you like some walkthroughs too inside the website and everything. It was hella virus heavy. I will give it that for sure.
Yeah, you need to watch out what you click. Yeah,
with viruses.
If you sneeze with the mouse in your hand, you're opening up a bunch of hentai pages for sure. Okay, but it was a dope website, and like I remember I'd just be like, make a second save file in like Vice City and just fucking tanks and infinite guns and just fucking go crazy. Fucking CCC pulled up,
And it was just so cool because like it had all of them. You wanted to unlock a character, you want to get all the weapons, you want to fucking be God mode, all that type of stuff. Like that website. I spent so much time on it, and this was like also for some reason my brain was like, oh yeah, I have this and we have a printer, but for some reason I was handwriting all the cheat codes. I used to make cheat sheets with all the different cheat codes.
Like it brought so much more involvement to the game. You know, you did it by hand. Instead of, like, writing your script by hand.
But man, that website, I spent a lot more time on it than I think most other websites that were available at the time. It's crazy to think that that was one of my highest trafficked websites that I would go to all the time.
One of my favorite websites. No, it wasn't a website. It was an app. AIM. AOL Instant Messenger. Because, like, even before that, I was using, like, you know, like Yahoo Instant Messenger, which was amazing. They had avatars, alright? AIM didn't have that shit, you know, so suck it. But I still liked AIM better, bro. That was the dopest shit, you know? I loved, like, you know, just being, like, a teenager and, like, having, like, my laptop up and just seeing, like, so-and-so is online, so-and-so is online. And it's like, yeah, party chat time, all the homies are on, you know? And, like, I used to love fucking making your little, like, profile page, you know, and writing your goofy ass little quotes and making the background purple and the text green, thinking that shit look dope as fuck, you know.
Yeah, just thinking about all the designs on, like, those type of pages and, like, MySpace pages, just like how much you would thought like that was some next level shit. Looking back on it, it's like this was disgusting.
Hell yeah, bro, dead ass. I was straight up like, you know what, Comic Sans? That's the font of the future. Here we are in the future, and I was dead wrong.
It definitely was that. I would think for me, the last one to round out my list, and it makes perfect sense as to why I now have the Reddit addiction that I do currently have, would have to be the Chive. I don't know if this website is still like existing anymore.
It does. I see the Chive highlights at like Red Robins and shit like that, but that's about it.
That's kind of weird to think that that's where they had the direction. But it's like, you know, for a while, like the Chive was like the Reddit of the Reddit, like that time period.
But it was cool. Like the Chive girls was like a big deal.
Yeah,
like, a lot of the chicks I was like kicking it with at the time, like they were like Chive girls and they had their pictures in the websites and I was like, yeah, I'm cool. That's
and so I think that's why it was cool, because with the Chive it was like you were able to meet like people within your sphere had the potential to be somewhat internet famous for like a week or two, and I think that's why it was super cool for me, because like, oh, will I see anyone that I would spot within like the Chive girls and whatnot, and I'm like, that would be interesting. Like that was like, all right, I am more interested in this picture than I was before normally.
That's funny. And it definitely was a community. Like, when we went to Coachella and he spotted a guy with a Chive shirt, you know, he was like, he gave you the shirt off his chest.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm just like, oh, dude, that's a Chive shirt. And then without hesitation, he fucking took it off. He's like, here you go. I was
that shit look drippy, too.
Yeah,
but I don't mean like the term we use now, drippy. That shit look
like it was like sweat. But he was like, I was waiting for someone to ask or to mention the Chive shirt. He had no one already extra for himself, so I got the sweaty one, but he's like, I was waiting for someone. It was cool to see those communities. And, like, even Reddit used to have those type of communities back in the day, too.
Hell yeah. Also Coachella, different Coachella. I went to one of, like, the Reddit camps, right? This one's when Reddit was still, like, smaller. I want to say it was, like, Reddit 2012. Or Coachella 2012.
Oh, okay.
And I went to the Reddit camp. I'm not going to say what I was on, but I was zooted. And I was, like, so looking forward to making friends with my fellow